someone who represents Iranian propaganda videos. I call them Lego diss tracks against Donald Trump. They're not even American diss tracks. They're Donald Trump diss tracks, if you really, and BB Netanyahu.
Okay,
BB the Bomber, as I like to refer to him.
BB the Bomber,
courtesy
okay.
Lawrence Johnson, by the way. The cool part is these songs be slapping. I don't know who they pattern their AI rapper after, but they must be slapping.
Yeah, I see.
I spoke to the Iranian creator behind the viral AI Lego videos. Their AI videos supporting the Iranian regime often depict Trump and Netanyahu as Lego figurines. They've attracted both support and criticism. Even though their videos have been shared by accounts associated with the Iranian government, they claim that they're independent and have full creative control. Most Iranians have an internet blackout right now, but they say that they've been granted internet access by the government on the basis of journalism.
That's crazy, just to get those out.
Who were killed during Iran's January crackdown, they disputed those numbers and said that many of the protesters were actually, quote, terrorists armed by the US. When I tried to push back on this, the person they claimed was their translator tried to stop me.
Our interview is about Legos, so would you please back to the main questions?
After denying any involvement with the Iranian government, I then reminded them of our conversation on Instagram, during which they said that they had worked on some projects with the government. He admitted that the government was a customer of theirs, but continues to claim to be independent.
So that's who's making these. He's an independent contractor who has special journalistic grants or access grant to the internet to get these propaganda videos out there, though. Because this was the first one I came across, but this one was, they've been letting some out like every week since.
Sacrifice John boys for a lie. Listen. Yeah.
I'm telling you, people know us a lot more than we know other countries.
That slap. If that was Trump's theme song,
Nigga, make Israel great again.
Why you sacrifice soldiers to pay for your spoil?
Low key slapping, though. That's great.
A trap you couldn't see. Welcome to the graveyard of your vanity.
Damn.
Secrets are leaking. The pressure is rising.
That bomb.
And now you are hiding.
I don't know why that shit hit.
yeah, that be slap for real. I think we've seen enough.
I couldn't help it over here by my head.
It's really good.
I'm over here laughing.
It's really good. I'm not gonna lie.
The reason why it's interesting to me is because as an American, I know how effective a catchy beat, a good hook, and some good creative is for propagandizing us as Americans. It's hardly used in that way towards us against our own public figures in a way that's like, they have our culture down, bro. They know that black culture sells, so they went with that framing of the aesthetic, their music, the rapping, the lyrics, how they deliver, the flow, everything.
It's the hottest music on the planet, right?
But they know that we as Americans will probably pay more attention to that than a news setting on what's actually going on in Iran, or however you say it. And I believe that that's more effective at getting information to us than traditional media outlets in today's time, especially with the distrust of us, the government, the news, all of that.
Effectiveness.
I'm talking effectiveness.
Yeah, propaganda is a very effective tool.
It's all propaganda.
It's all propaganda, and especially in the time now, and the way they're going about using urban, if you will. But like Brian said, this is very specific. It's got a Bay Area.
It's not just hip hop. Yeah, this is like a niche,
like a West Coast hit.
You can even go 808 if you want to.
Yeah.
You can give it that southern. It's got a particular sound to it. You know what I'm saying? And dude is rapping, and we know what that is. But it's going to capture the ear of a lot of people. You saw me, Bobby.
Cause
I couldn't stop the vibe. I was over here doing my thing.
Cause on God,
and
I stopped this in the car.
It kind of doesn't matter what you're saying on top of it, and that's proof in the lyrics that we hear today in the music. So that's
the genius part is the lyrics they were actually putting in that shit. They was dropping some like shit in there that most folks in our government they scared to talk about.
Do you think this kind of propaganda is going to have any kind of effect on an American out here?
Not really, no. It's just one more piece of content that's slapped. Like, this is something where even if you have a message, it's just going here today, going tomorrow. There are not too many songs that are going to, like, really move people like that. I don't feel like the words really mattered in that track. You could have been rapping about almost anything, and it wouldn't have mattered, especially the way that he did it. So I feel like it was style and the beat at the end of the day.
But and the messaging is so provocative that it is going to get a reaction. Go ahead.
In a one-off, yes.
Look,
is it too many?
I don't think it's really just about Black culture. You know, it has permeated the space of pop. You know, you can sit here and try to like credit whoever you want, but at the end of the day, they made something that sounded really good, really popular. They used very colorful images. They used a popular brand like Lego. It's almost like a mini Lego series, if you will. Like a Trump Lego series, like where you're watching this and like all of the characters are recognizable. Like you said, like Lego Batman, you still think that's still Batman. You know, like, it counts, right?
You count it? You count that?
Yeah. So I think that there's just an undeniable entertainment aspect to it all around.
And I got a capsize call.
Okay.
You know, he feels real strongly about it. So let's flip it. How is this ineffective?
Our attention span is short as a society, as a culture, as a country. Popping song sounds good today, is entertaining, and it'll probably be gone tomorrow. Or by the time the next one pop out, or by the time the next big news cycle come along, we ain't gonna be paying no attention to the Legos. Till somebody else drop a Lego diss track.
Barely paying attention to the war.
That's
he making points.
That sounds crazy as fuck, though. That sounds crazy to say, but it's true. Like, our war cycle is in competition. Like, news cycle is in competition with some of the weirdest headlines out there, and it's like we have this need to constantly be like entertained or stimulated, but like not in a meaningful way, because if you pay attention, that's stimulating enough. I hate knowing or being at least aware of as much stuff as I am, because that shit's it's exhausting sometimes. But for real,
most of the time. All right, it's been a whole minute.
I'll see you later. Here I am. You got a capsize for me. Same thing. Why is it ineffective? Okay. We're not as invested as we should be. Probably because we don't believe in the war like a lot of people would say we should as Americans. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are looking at this like, this man got us over here and these people business doing some bullshit. And a lot of stuff in those clips, I think a lot of us could look at it and be like, well, he is sending a lot of us over there to die for no good reason. Yep, there is some shady shit going on about the dealings, and we got to deal with the ramifications of that. So I think there's some selling points there, but also we ain't locked in like that. So we more than willing to be like, oh, here we go. We're going to move on to this next story. We much rather talk about the celeb gossip or worry about, even on a more personal level, your own personal life, the way the economy is set up, and you can barely afford to eat and get toilet paper to wipe your ass and shit. like it's a bigger thing, more in your face right now on a survival tip than worrying about these videos online swaying us one way or another. We ain't got to be swayed. A lot of us already feel we on one side of this, you know, looking at it from the outside in, trying to get into the game. So this isn't gonna be as effective to us, because we fighting our own battles stateside.
I don't disagree. But to be real, it's just another piece of AI slop. And some AI slop is entertaining. This one was. This one was. That's all it really is at the end of the day. It's a little bit of a political statement, but I don't know if it's going to change any minds. It's not going to change my mind.
There's worse AI slap out there, by the way.
There is.
The fruits?
But for real, I've actually seen the trend of folks that are responding to this. They just dropped one in the last few hours after their failed Iran negotiations that they sent. They dropped one probably before they hit U.S. soil again from then. But I know that people are paying attention to and asking questions now that don't pay attention to that stuff, and they only have these conversations in reference to these Lego videos. Most of us don't agree with the war. Most of us don't want to, and we don't know why we're over there. The president don't know why we over there.
Oil, baby.
You know, that's one of the things that's been affected because of this.
He'll say it's not for oil, but we're going to take all their oil, but we're over there for oil, but we're not over there for oil. He don't even know if we're over there for oil or not, but we all know we are. I just hope they keep on dropping this shit, keep us entertained, mainly because it pisses Trump off, and I love that for him.
Another gray hair.